Right lads, we've got another episode of the Pars Roundup. This is just going to be based on the one signer obviously because we made it yesterday. Willo Flood has signed for us. This is a pretty weird one for me because it was only a few months ago I was sitting slagging him off after the playoff game. Dundee United just lost the head. Willo Flood, their captain especially. Roll the clip.
A bit of overreaction, but it's two in quick succession for Flood. As Flood disappeared in a nice tunnel.
He's absolutely thrown that away. He's thrown his toys at the pram. His wee Gollum, he'd just managed to lose it completely. And now he's joined us on a 1-year deal. And I'm kind of taking to the signing. Like, I actually want it to really go well because I feel like it's the type of player that we've missed in the team for a lot of years now, in terms of the fact that his age and his experience, etc. Nothing about ability. Willo Flood has ran the midfield in the games against us, and that's all we can really go off of. Obviously, our fans are going to laugh and whatever at certain signings. That's what everyone does, and we've done it to numerous clubs as well, so it's going to happen. As far as I see it, Willo Flood comes with a lot of experience. He's going to be able to help out the youngsters in the squad and help them develop, alongside the fact that he can then come in and do a job and hopefully run the midfield in the same effect that he did in the games against us last season. Obviously, he's been part of the Dundee United team that has now went 2 seasons when he's been in the team without losing against us, which says something for obviously the full kind of Dundee United thing, but also his ability to be able to sniff out the midfield and always win that battle and make sure that we don't get the upper hand in that sense. So the fact that we now have him on our side might help us in that regard. Obviously, he looks like being suspended for the first game of the season, which happens to be Dundee United away, so it's not exactly handy. But for the rest of the season, he could be a vital player in hopefully what could be a promotion push, or at least a playoff push, because as we all know, that's what we're aiming for. And a player of that kind of calibre, experience and stuff could really help. Of course, it wasn't the signing that I was thinking of. Of course, you're thinking of, if you're looking at central midfielders, you're thinking of James Vincent and stuff. And I don't know where that now leaves that deal sitting. I don't know if we're even going to go in for him anymore. But the signing of Willo Flood, it's kind of 50-50 for me. I'm really not sure about it. I'm hoping it goes well, and I can see why it would go well. But I can also see why people are a bit sceptical about it, because he is quite old. 33 isn't like over the hill or anything, but it's not exactly spring chicken, is it? And he's not got the same pace he had, if he ever did have any pace. I don't know, I just feel like he does offer something, but it's kind of that 50-50 thing. It could go well, it could go horrendous, but I honestly see it being that he's there for the experience to be able to help the younger midfielders along, because we've got players like Tom Beadlin, Joe Thompson, James Cragen's not that young, but the first two that I said, they're the main kind of players that should be playing in the midfield in the coming season, and a player of Willo Flood's experience in that should be able to help them along and be able to show them kind of what to do and what not to do in terms of how to win in the midfield battle and stuff like that. Obviously, a player like Tom Beadlin is a very similar player, and if we happen to go to a 3-5-2 formation, then Flood might play a few more games than I'm actually expecting. But if we stick with just a 2-man central midfield, I would expect that the younger boys will be playing in that, and if they don't, then I think fans will start to question why we've signed all these younger boys with all the pace and that, and then we've brought in a 33-year-old with little pace. I'd like to know what your opinion is on the Willo Flood signing. It's kind of sparked a bit of kind of 50-50 debate, and as I said, I'm a bit 50-50 on it. I'm kind of swaying more towards being a bit more positive about it, because I didn't really want to be negative about any of the signings. I want to wait and see what they can actually do. I've always kind of judged seasons and teams and stuff that we fielded on the first 9 games of the league season, so that we've played everybody and we can at least see what they've managed to do against certain opponents, and then you kind of judge how we've been in the second quarter, because that's when you know everything about how the teams play, and you should be able to hark back to the previous game to be able to give you some knowledge and be able to learn from the previous game and better your result from that one. So I'll wait and give him a chance. Obviously he's got pre-season and Betfred Cup games and stuff, so as I said, I'd be pleased to know what you think, because as I said, it sparked a lot of debate, and that's just what this channel's here for. I'd like to know what you think about it. And that's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. I don't know if there'll be any other pars roundups for Willo. I'm not sure when we're planning to make signings, because Alan Johnson said in his interview that he wasn't thinking about anytime soon the signings coming through. It seems to be one step forward, two steps back, so I'm not sure when the next kind of pars roundup video will be, but there'll definitely be a punt it long on Wednesday, and then I'm actually going to Manchester the week after, which I'll be doing the Manchester United Stadium Tour and the Manchester City Stadium Tour, and so that's the content you can look out for on the channel. As I said, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe for more of this type of content, and until the next video, I'll see you then. Cheers, guys.